Can I write a book in 30 days while buying a house? I'm making progress. In today's update, I'll talk about how it's going so far. But first, I'd like to start with some creative inspiration. Today's is by Val versus Val on Twitter. God, I just want to be creative, but all my energy is being used to survive. As creators, we all know what it's like to feel depleted. We all know what it's like to have that energy to create out of reach because life has gone and used it all up. But sometimes, when we're exhausted, interesting things can happen. Our inner critic quiets down, and creativity finds a way through in unexpected ways. Here's how to harness creativity when you're low in energy. The first thing you should do is take advantage of your tired mind. When you're drained, that loud inner critic, your editor voice, your voice that says, I shouldn't do that. I don't know if they'll like that. What will people think? It often loses its power. You're too tired to second guess every word, every shot, every idea, which can actually open the door to more honest, raw creativity, more bold decisions, and faster ones. So if you can lean into that state and let yourself work exhausted, you might find that it allows for a more relaxed, less inhibited flow. The next thing is to set modest goals and celebrate those small wins. When your energy is limited, aiming for a big, ambitious goal can feel overwhelming. Instead, focus on a small, achievable task, just enough to keep your momentum going. Whether it's just a few sentences of a script for a video, or a short brainstorming session where you're planning or spitballing thumbnail ideas. Each small win counts, and it keeps you connected to your creative practice without exhausting you further. The next tip I'd give is to allow creativity to be your escape. Sometimes when life is too demanding and there are too many adult responsibilities stressing you the heck out, creativity can actually be a small escape from the stress. If you approach it as a break or a release rather than another thing on your to-do list, you might actually find a refreshing sense of freedom in it. Shifting your mindset is really subtle, but it can reduce the pressure and make the process feel a lot more enjoyable. And finally, it's important to trust the process even when you're running on fumes. On days when you have nothing left, remind yourself that simply showing up, even imperfectly, still moves you forward. Creativity isn't just about the high energy times. Sometimes it's just about persistent and sticking to it. Trust that each effort, however small it might be, brings you closer to your goal. After all, if you're running on fumes, you're still running. Okay, let's talk about the writing update. Today's writing session actually happened a little earlier than normal in the day. Actually, a lot earlier than normal. I was stressed out about some post-inspection negotiations on the house. We're still doing a back and forth, and I couldn't sleep. So I was up anyway, and I said, well, I'll try to write. I'll see if I can get my words done. Just like I was just saying, sometimes I find that when I'm really tired or stressed or distracted, like I was in the middle of the night, it really works in my favor because my inner critic, my harsh editor voice, zips it. I don't have the energy for him anymore. And I get where that voice is coming from. We all want to do good work, and there's all this pressure to deliver your best product, and it's important to respect that. But at the same time, there are times where you just need to get something down so you can edit it and make it better. Like, the editor voice is overstepping its bounds a little bit. Its job is in the edit, not in the rough production mode. Like, it can just take a few seats and wait a minute. But anyway, I managed my words in the middle of the night. I didn't get a ton of sleep, I'll be honest. But that's okay. I was able to get up in the morning and I had the time because my words were done to work on some other miscellaneous stuff for my business that's frankly been taking a back seat because of all the extra house buying tasks and this challenge. And as far as life stuff, I'm actually filming this vlog after my hair appointment. The original plan was to do this for y'all out in the Jeep, but I got out and it was already dark. Evil daylight savings time. I blame daylight savings time. It gets dark so early now, so instead, I'm live from the bedroom again. You do what you can. So yeah, mostly in negotiations on the house here. Everything seems to be workable, but there's a lot of logistics to sort through. We had a big, good update though. The bank has gone from pre-approval to conditional approval. We've made it through underwriting. I wasn't expecting any real issues with the process. Nothing has fundamentally changed, but I kind of got myself in a headspace where I was worried to buy groceries. I was worried to spend any money whatsoever because I just knew that the bank was going to come in and audit, and I did not want them to say no, or to, I guess, take back the yes. So now we're through that. That's good. That was one of the major things that was out of my control. Yeah, just a quick one today. I am very busy. It is very late. It helped that it was a straightforward section that I worked on in the middle of the night. And it was one of my main character's parents, who is a very funny character. I really like writing her. So that was good. It was a little technical because what I had written before and that I was linking in didn't quite make sense anymore. I had made a call with a plot choice. There was some explanation in some of the dialogue that was already there that explained an earlier plot choice. And I actually, since I wrote that part of the draft, I've reworked another part of the draft. It's very technical sometimes figuring out, especially if you're changing things. I know some writers probably wouldn't do that, but I'm very much about making my plots as realistic as they possibly can be. So sometimes when I realize something isn't working and I rework it, I have to find it and fix it other places. But yeah, very technical, very spooky doing it in the middle of the night. Just a quick update today. Anyway, it was great talking to you as always. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.